Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back, QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got Casper taking on Tomas Martin Etcheverry. We've already just had the match started up here. So in the first game, it is 30-all. 30-all as we're getting started up. Casper Ruud serving. I think this could be a tough match for Casper. QualityShot Tennis is also going to be having the Djokovic match. I will also be commenting the Djokovic match. What will happen is Djokovic's match is going to start against Lorenzo Musetti after the Dimitrov match finishes. When that happens, I will be doing a doubleheader with this match and with Djokovic, assuming Casper doesn't win like 6-0, 6-0, 6-0, which I don't think will be the case. So I will be doing both. And yeah, so this will be a doubleheader stream. For now, it will just be the one match. I will then be doing both streams. And then if the Ruud match finishes before the Djokovic match finishes, then I will just be doing the Djokovic match by itself for that period of time as well. But that's basically, I'm going to be doing both matches is basically what I'm trying to say. And at some point, I will be doing both at the same time. Backhand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud. That misses out, so back to deuce. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Go down the score. Let's look a little bit nicer. Okay, that's good. Casper. Dark horses since last year. I had my eye on Etcheverry since last year. He played a very high-level match against Zverev in the quarterfinals there, and he just lost in 4 sets. I thought it was the best that Zverev had played that whole year to that point. And Etcheverry was playing absolutely phenomenal here last year, so I had my eye on Etcheverry big time. He's gone through a few close matches here to this point. Also, these two just played in Barcelona. They played a very, very tight, close match. It was 2 sets, but it was very close. Even down to like every single one of the stats. It was very close between the two. And it was very high level from both. It really came down to a very close tiebreaker in the first set where it was Ruud with a backhand down the line in that Barcelona semifinal. A winner on set point that closed out the deal, but Etcheverry saved a set point at 6-5 as Ruud missed a backhand on that set point. And then Etcheverry got his own set point. And then at 6-5 and 6-6, when Etcheverry had chances and had his own set point, he started losing his court positioning a little bit, got a little bit too passive. So Etcheverry is very good. He's a grinder. He can hit aggressive as well. I like him off both wings. Hits good shots from the back of the court and is very good for clay. But yeah, in those big moments, Casper was the more confident, the more clutch. So we'll see if Etcheverry learns from that. They also played in Beijing last year, their first meeting, and it was Casper 9-7 in the third set tiebreaker as he got the win there in a very close one. But Casper really wasn't quite himself. He played about 4 or 5 third set tiebreakers against players he probably shouldn't have last year, and that's just because he was not in form after kind of having a sophomore slump. I think that misses out from Casper. Umpire is down to check. Umpire is down from his chair. It's called good. Etcheverry accepts it. And it's out love 15. Both these guys, 2 of the nicest guys on the tour, everybody seems to say. I think that we're going to replay the point here if I'm not mistaken. Definitely going to keep an eye on that Dimitrov score because Djokovic after that. Djokovic Musetti after that. That goes out from Etcheverry, so second serve here coming. Forehand of Ruud to the forehand of Etcheverry. Backhand of Ruud. The backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand to backhand. Forehand Etcheverry. The forehand of Ruud. Forehand again Etcheverry. Goes cross court. Forehand of Ruud down the line. Backhand Etcheverry cross court. Backhand rally. That goes out. Love 15 for Casper. My prediction coming into both these matches, by the way, because I am probably going to be doing Djokovic as well, like I said, while I am on this stream. I just want to give both of my predictions. So I have two weird predictions. I say Casper wins in straight sets. Two or at least two of the sets I think will be very, very close. But I think Casper wins in straight sets. That's my prediction. And I have a few reasons to why. The other thing, my predictions in that way aren't always very indicating of what I think the overall level will be like from the other player. I think Etcheverry will play a high-level match, but there are a few reasons I think that way. For one, Ruud often has very close matches at the start of slams, and then for some reason, in his next matches, he just picks it up big time, like big time. And we saw that at the U.S. Open a couple of years ago. We've seen that a few times. And I just feel like the pattern might repeat itself a little bit for Casper, who a lot of his game kind of is very, we saw last year, is very determined on his confidence and where his confidence is at. It's very difficult to play the way he does. And if he's not confident in his game and to go for shots when necessary and to pull the trigger when necessary, when he builds out the points and gets those chances, then he's not going to win. And I feel like the confidence factor after winning a 5-setter against Fokina, I think he can win in 3 sets, especially because Etcheverry has played 2 4-setters against guys I don't think he probably should have played 4-setters against. And also, it's just the 2 sets in Barcelona, also straight sets, very close. But Ruud a little bit more clutch, and I really like Ruud at Roland Garros. So it's a tough draw for Etcheverry. That's a great backhand down the line winner. Having a good backhand is going to really help Casper in this match. So those are my thoughts. And then Djokovic Musetti, I do think it is an upset alert, or at least a minor slight upset alert, no doubt. But I'll take Djokovic in 4 sets. That's my prediction. Good serve from Etcheverry. It's called good. It's up SG Logan. Oh, I am Serena. Okay, what's up, Serena? Peruvian, you have VIP. Not sure what you mean, sorry, but good to have you in here. All right, 1540, forehand of Ruud to the backhand of Etcheverry, backhand of Ruud, sliced. To the forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud. The backhand of Etcheverry, forehand now Ruud. That goes out again from Ruud. So this would be a good escape for to be a great escape for Etcheverry and a very important game for Ruud to really put down his foot here. Forehand Etcheverry, backhand Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry again, inside out, backhand slice Ruud, just gets the net. Forehand, that's a really good slice from Casper. And Etcheverry kind of loses his positioning there. Gets to 2-0 for Casper. 2-0 for Casper. I just feel like on a clay court, Etcheverry will get chances, but it's the kind of thing where Ruud and Etcheverry, they're not completely dissimilar in my eyes. And I feel like Ruud might just be better, to be honest, a little bit. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, all of that stuff. Serve in the net from Casper. Second serve coming here from Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand Ruud. To the forehand of Etcheverry, going forehand. Backhand now of Casper, cross court. Backhand to backhand. Backhand now to the forehand of Casper. So he goes back to the backhand of Etcheverry, goes out. 15-love for Casper Ruud. Dimitrov trying to get that crucial final break against Bergs in his match. Trying to get to the 4th round. Never been to the quarterfinals here. Been to the 4th round a good handful of times, Dimitrov. Could have a decent shot against Hurkacz. He has a 5-0 record against Hurkacz, so if he's ever going to make the quarters here, this is the chance. Great forehand hitting from Casper. Let's go, Casper. Great shot there. Serve here coming from Ruud. Out wide goes out. It's a double fault from Casper, 30-15. Kick serve Casper, out wide, backhand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud, backhand of Etcheverry, backhand to backhand. Ruud's finding some really good angles already, backhand down the line. Backhand Ruud. Forehand Ruud, that's in the net. I still feel like that Ruud backhand, if you can attack it, it still can break down a little bit. We saw that a little bit in that point, a few shorter shots. Etcheverry at 30 all. Ruud here with the serve. Big point early. First serve in the net. That's a terrible double fall from Ruud. Both shots in the middle of the net. I mean, right in the middle. I mean, it's not even close. So, not great from Ruud there. It's a break point. Not good from Ruud. Serve coming here from Casper. Backhand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Inside out. Backhand of Etcheverry. Slice. Forehand Ruud. Volley is very poor from Ruud. Man, that game was poor from Casper. Some bad backhands, a bad volley, two very poor serves to create a double fault. And it's 2-1 for Etcheverry. He'll take it. I mean, Ruud started off very strong. I mean, but yeah, back on serve. 2-0, 15 love. It felt like Ruud was going to really just have a pretty simple start here, but not the case. Still rain an issue at RG, by the way. Fritz up 2-1 on Kokkinakis. Kokkinakis up a break in the fourth set as well. What is going on there? Emma Navarro as well, just getting the win over Madison Keys. I was excited about that for Navarro. I mean, listen, I've been high on Navarro since she's been, even last year when she beat Zachary in that match, when she like got bageled in the first set, I was like, well, this girl, like, she's really good. And like, this girl is great. And this year, I've just been like, yeah, she's probably going to be a top 10 very soon. And that's what it seems like. I don't know what her ranking is in the live ranks. Actually, I kind of want to look at the live rankings on both sides and just see what's kind of interesting going on. Dimitrov with a match point against Bergs. Let's see if he finishes it off. I said at the start of the stream, I will be doing a double header. So I'll be doing some of the Ruud Etcheverry. I'll be doing some of the Djokovic match as well. I'll be doing both streams and both matches. So I'll be doing both matches. And so yeah, it'll be fun. I enjoy doing the double headers. I did want to catch the Ruud Etcheverry because I do think it's going to be a good match no matter what. It was in Barcelona, despite it just being 2 sets. Backhand slice Ruud. The forehand drop shot of Etcheverry. Backhand Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry's volley. Backhand volley of Ruud is a put away. So, love 15. Yeah, okay, Dimitrov got the win over Bergs. So I'm going to get that stream started up for the Djokovic match. I'm going to get that stream started up for the Djokovic match. I'm also going to change the scoreboard so that it includes both Ruud's score and also Novak's score as well. But I'll do that in a little bit. Love 15 here for Ruud. Serve from Etcheverry. Forehand of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry. Cross court. Forehand of Casper. Now backhand of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand Ruud cross court. It's a great angle. Just stays in that corner on the deuce side. Backhand cross court now. Going every angle on the court. That just misses behind the baseline from Ruud shot, or at least it's called out. Okay, well, the umpire says that it's in, so they're going to replay the point here. Serve Etcheverry, that goes out. So second serve here coming from Etcheverry. Here we go. Forehand of Ruud. The forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Lob. Forehand of Etcheverry. Swing volley. Backhand Ruud. Lob. Again. Smash Etcheverry. Put away. 15 all. Going to get that Djokovic stream started up now. So you can join in there or you can stay on this one. Either way is fine. It's really going to be the same thing. So it should just end up being just like the one same kind of stream. Except if one match ends before the other one ends, then I'll just keep whichever match still going, just that stream will keep going. So you can catch it over there. Whether it's going to be, whether the Ruud match finishes first or whether Djokovic match finishes first, I'll just keep on the stream of the other match that's still in play. But but yeah, it's going to be a double header of Djokovic and this Ruud match. It's going to be doing both at the same time. $15.30 here, Ruud's a chance. Back into Ruud, cross court, the back end of Etcheverry, back into Ruud. Back end of Etcheverry, forehand Ruud, sliced. Forehand of Etcheverry, cross court, forehand of Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry pulls the trigger down the line, and it's a very good shot from Etcheverry. I love that forehand. Tomas Martin Etcheverry forehand is dangerous. It's pretty good, and it's very good on clay. So, yeah. All right, longest volley of the match so far, 21 shots, ends with a forehand winner. First serve goes out from the Argentine. Second serve. Backhand of Etcheverry and the backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Forehand Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Forehand Ruud is shanked out. So 40-30. Etcheverry, it feels like he shouldn't really be this close, but he's about to tie this up at 2-2. If he can just win this point. All right, serve here from the Argentine yet again to get to 2-2. Early stages against Casper. Backhand of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry. Backhand Casper again. The backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand Casper. Again. To the backhand of Etcheverry. Again. Backhand Casper. That goes out. Etcheverry at 2-2. Etcheverry at 2-2-2. 2-2. Djokovic stream is started up, by the way. And okay, while we're at 2-2, let me try to change the scoreboard up. If I can figure that out. Then hopefully it will be of both matches. Actually, I'll add that when the Djokovic match starts up. I'll keep this for now. Backhand of Ruud. The backhand of Etcheverry sliding. Backhand volley Ruud. Oh, Etcheverry can't get there. He's fast, though. He almost did. Almost isn't quite good enough, though. 15 love for Ruud. Good volley skills. I will just say for myself, it is very weird for me to see people not really appreciate how wildly talented Casper Ruud is. Just as somebody watching, it seems so absolutely clear that he is one of the most talented players on the tour, and maybe one of the most talented players we've seen come up in the game in the last 5 years, in my opinion. And it's hard to define talent, but honestly, in terms of pure skill of what he can do, in terms of what a lot of other players can't do, I really think it's high, even if it's not flashy. And not as flashy as, say, an Alcaraz, which is quite clear and pretty objective. That's a good forehand from Ruud. A lot of topspin. And it is 40 love. Some heavy balls. Heavy balls coming from the Casper Ruud racket. Serve down the tee. So lob goes out from Etcheverry. Good hold to love after kind of wasting his break. Casper. We're on serve at 3-2. Let me know your predictions for the match. By the way, do you think Casper is on upset alert here, or no, or is he just gonna cruise through? If you weren't here earlier, Casper is up 2-0 in the head-to-head. Cerundolo beating Tommy Paul, by the way. I knew that would happen too. I was telling people that I really don't think Paul is going to get through that one, because Cerundolo has been a problem for Paul. Paul beat Cerundolo the last time they played, but I've seen Cerundolo cause Paul too many problems. Even when Paul's gone rather close, I've just seen too many problems arise. Zverev Rune is a crazy fourth round match. How is that a fourth round? It doesn't feel like Rune is definitely not the 13th best player in the world on a clay court. I mean, if we're just talking clay court players, I mean, those are two of the best, right? Tsitsipas. It's a weird round of 16 so far. Cerundolo. And then you got Arnaldi, you got FAA, you got Mute. I don't know. It's not that weird. I guess it could be weirder, but you got him. But the weird thing is you got those players like Mute in there, and then you have just Rune versus Zverev. Serve here, forehand of Casper, forehand of Etcheverry, backhand Casper. Backhand of Etcheverry is a drop shot, forehand of Casper. It's a great passing shot. That's what I mean by talent, by the way, just that shot right there. He's a great athlete as well. He's a guy who I expect to be around for a while, Casper. Don't see him going anywhere. Seems to be a guy who improves and continues to improve and has a passion for the game. I mean, anybody who is just, honestly, just the contentness also of just like, I don't know. I think he will be a top player, but also he's been winning a lot of 250s and feeling good about that. I think he's going to continue to have chances to winning 250 titles. So that makes me think that his longevity has an even better chance of being pretty long. But I do think he can win big titles as well on clay. I don't know about on the other surfaces, although I've seen him play very well on the other surfaces. And of course, he got the US Open final, but I think he's an elite clay courter. I mean, that's not even just kind of a fact at this point. He's one of the most elite clay court players in the world. All right, love 40. Another chance here for Ruud to get a lead, which is not a good sign for Etcheverry as he misses that forehand way wide. Early forehand missed. These errors coming in bunches for Etcheverry when they do come, which is not great. Forehand, the backhand of Etcheverry. Forehand, Ruud, kind of stepping in. He's not far behind the baseline. It's pretty close. He hits a drop shot. I love that from Ruud. There you go. Mixing it up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Backhand of Etcheverry goes out. So 15 love for Ruud. Finally feels like a strong lead in the match. And I don't think he's going to give this break up. All right, 15 love here for Casper. So again, standing pretty close to the tram lines. Very close to that doubles alley. Backhand cross court, the forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud. Inside in on that ad side. Backhand big from Etcheverry, an ejection of pace. Love that. Just flattens out that backhand. Huge. Huge shot. That's a tough shot to hit because I don't feel like Ruud just gave him an absolute just like free shot. It felt like, I don't know, it felt more like a robbery than taking free food, you know? That's what Etcheverry just did. Great catch from the ball kid, by the way. That's the play of the day. Play of the day from the ball kid. Running to get that ball. Lobbed up in the air by Etcheverry off that out serve. Here you go from Ruud. Serve. Backhand. Forehand Ruud. Hits the tape. Goes over. That goes out though. So 15-30 Etcheverry. It's very, very topsy-turvy first 7 games of the match. Very topsy-turvy to this point. All right, 15-40. After this point, by the way, I will be switching the scoreboard to Djokovic and Musetti as well, but also the Ruud score. And I will be doing both matches at the same time and calling both. And there are 2 separate streams on the channel, but that's basically, if one finishes early, I'll just be doing the other one. But for now, I'll be doing both matches at the same time, so I'll add the scoreboard in when this point finishes. All right, serve here from Ruud. Serve from Ruud to try to stay in this game and try to still keep this lead. Serve from Ruud. It's a kick serve. Back into Etcheverry. Return. That goes out. Solid serve. First serve is out from Ruud. Second serve. Forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Hits the tape. Goes over. Ruud is there, though. I mean, very weird shot there. See, it's just a smash, like an inch from the net. Blasts it away. No chance for the Argentine. Good match so far, but not the most solid from either at all. Good stuff mixed in with bad stuff, but it's Ruud with the game point. And he's definitely been the better player so far. He should already be ahead. Let's see if he can get to 5-2 here. Standing so close to the tram lines on every serve. He's making a kick serve out wide to that backhand. It is weaker than the forehand. Etcheverry again hits the tape, but this time it is back on his side, and it is Etcheverry who is behind in the scoreboard at 2-5. Ruud leads 5-2. He's a game away from taking this first set. All right, so let me change up the scoreboard. First. It's a Marcus. I want Casper to win. Yeah, it'd be great to see Casper do well at this Roland Garros, trying to defend the final. So yeah, I'd love to see Casper win as well. Ruud versus Zverev in the next round should be a good one. Yeah, that's crazy, Sean. I was just looking at that and saying that how is that a fourth round match? That should be really good. Absolutely. All right, stop screen. Here we go. Gonna add a new screen in. Oh wait, yeah. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Sit. We're trying something out. I've never done exactly this. Okay, cool. Perfect. Pretty much. Should I zoom in? Should I zoom in or is that good? Let's try this. Let's try it. We're trying it out. Here we go. Nope. That should be good. All right, sweet. Kind of. No, that's in the way. Hold up. No, the first one was better. Let me zoom out. First one's better, right, chat? This one's better? Is this one better or the one that I just had? This one's better, right? I think this one is the better one. Let me know. But okay. Adding this in, and I will start the Djokovic stream as well. I will start up the Djokovic stream as well. Players are warming up. Here we go. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Djokovic versus Musetti match at Roland Garros, third round. Try to get to the second week. Djokovic in with a tough contest here. If he loses, this is a guy who he was down 2-0 against a few years ago. So a lot of people are putting him on upset alert. Players are warming up at the moment. Here's what, though. I am going to be doing a double header for the stream, so I will also be doing the Ruud versus Etcheverry match at the same time. The Ruud Etcheverry match was supposed to happen much earlier, but it happened at this time, and we were planning to do it. So what we decided to do is to do both at the same time. And if the Ruud match finishes first, then I will just be doing the Novak match for a little bit. But for the time being, I will do a little bit of both. Yeah, maybe a little bit more focused on the Novak match because I think it'll be bigger and what more people want to see, but I will be focused on the Ruud match as well, no doubt. So I will be doing both simultaneously. So here we are getting started up. All right, cool. Here we go. Hopefully this is working okay. All right, let me get the scoreboard on here so that we have the score. But yeah, this is a doubleheader stream for Djokovic Musetti and also the Ruud Etcheverry match. And there are two streams, but basically it's what I just said, that if one match finishes early, then that stream will end, and then I'll just have the stream of the match that's still going on at the moment. All right, here we go. Or wait, hold up. Could be the other one. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let me get both matches on my screen. So I have it. All right, cool. Got everything started up. All right, Djokovic here serving at 30-15. Djokovic at the line to serve. Serve from Novak is in the net, 30-all. Novak looked really good to me in his last match. I thought he played fantastic against Carballes Baena. I thought it was clearly the best match he had played in a long time. Very close first set. High level from both. Carballes Baena playing aggressive, playing well. Just a little bit more passive and a little bit not as mentally there for the end of the first set. And then Djokovic completely ran away with the end of it, playing some amazing net points and just overall, just fantastic performance, some great backhands and returns. And it just looked easy for him. It looked like, I don't want to say old Novak, but it looked like the Novak that we had seen like 5 months ago at the ATP Finals, where he was dominant. So we'll see if Novak can do the same against an opponent that most likely will be even tougher than Carballes Baena. Musetti very tough at this tournament. Here, 1 second. Yeah, technical difficulty. Yeah, MJ. All right, cool. All right, let me get back to the Novak match as well. Glad the Ruud Etcheverry match is looking good though. All right, cool. All right, so this should work out better. All right, here we go. Ruud serving at deuce. So Musetti at the line here for 0-1. Backhand of Djokovic, the backhand of Musetti. That's in the net. So love 15 for Djokovic. Big point. Etcheverry trying to give himself a break chance here towards the end of the first set of the Ruud match. Second serve here from Ruud coming. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud. The backhand of the Argentine, forehand of Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand Ruud. A lot of topspin on those shots. Pushing Etcheverry all over the court. Forehand down the line. I was very close, but I think it's called out. So it's going to be a breakpoint chance for Etcheverry. Keep an eye on that one. But going back to the Novak match, he's at love 30. He's at love 30. Of course, Musetti had the big upset over Novak last year in Monte Carlo after he double bageled Lucanardi, which was insane. Actually won 3 straight bagels there before beating Djokovic. But he had that momentous upset over Djokovic, which really started a subpar clay season for Novak last year. I mean, this was around the time last year that Novak was struggling. Not at the Australian Open. He also didn't have to play Jannik at the Australian Open last year, but this was the time of year he was struggling last year, and then he came to Roland Garros and he picked up his level. We'll see if it is of a similar story this year, although, of course, it is much more worrying this year. There's no, I mean, you can't sugarcoat it. Much more worrying. And so for so many reasons. Split with Ivan Isavic, lost to Lucanardi at world number 123, fastest clay court loss ever. I mean, you can just keep naming reasons. Guy is getting older. Rafa's not quite himself. Roger's out. Murray's not himself, really. So is the motivation there? It's a big question. 30 all. Musetti with a big serve. That's going to be too good. Novak hits it out. Back to deuce here in the Ruud Etcheverry. Forehand cross score. Forehand down the line is fantastic from Etcheverry. Ruud gets it. Backhand slice. Oh, did he make it? Oh, he made it, but it just... Man, my heart dropped for Tomas there. That was close. I thought he missed it. If he meant to cut it that close, the guy is nuts, because that was, I mean, that made my heart drop. That was a fantastic point. I thought Ruud had him with the forehand down the line. Shows how good of an athlete both these guys are. Etcheverry, fantastic there. I thought he missed it. That looks out to me. I mean, Ruud is a nice guy. I don't know if he'll contest it that much. That looked out. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing it. I'm probably just seeing it wrong. Another break point here for Etcheverry to try to climb back in that first set. Novak and Musetti tied up at a game apiece. Serve here from Casper. Out wide, forehand to Ruud. Back into Etcheverry, cross court, back into Ruud. Back into Etcheverry, down the line, forehand to Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand Ruud, cross court. Forehand of Etcheverry, backhand Ruud. Backhand now, backhand Ruud down the line. Forehand of Etcheverry, down the line to the backhand Ruud. Backhand down the line is so good from Tomas. Tomas back at it. I mean, that's a great match going on over there. But back to this Djokovic one. Videos working. How's life treating you? I'm doing pretty well. I won a match yesterday, part of a kind of singles tournament, MJ. So it's good. It's nice and hot and sunny here in NYC. Hell yeah. Liverpool and Liga today. I'm not kidding. When he was down, when Greek Sport was up 4-1, I was watching it with my dad, and I told him, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, if Greek Sport loses from up this position, then I'm not gonna watch another match for the rest of the tournament. Which was wrong, because I am watching matches still. But I was so pulling for Talon to win that. It was unbelievable. And I just knew from 4-1 exactly what was going to happen. I knew Zverev was going to come back. I just felt it. Greek Sport 0-1 against top 5 players. 0-1. 0-10 against top 5 players. So, anyway, I wasn't particularly shocked by it. Zverev will probably reach the final. Although Rune could test Zverev in the next round. I could see Rune beating him. But let's see. I didn't really watch Rune today. He hasn't been his best lately, honestly. Called in from the umpire. Novak believes it's out. Oh, that's out, right? There's no way. I'm with Novak here. That's out. Is that not out? There's no way that's in. I see a space there. I agree with Novak. That looks out to me clearly. Is that not out? I mean, just like unbiased, that looks out to me. So I could be wrong. It's hard to tell, which is why it'll be good if we could get Hawkeye, which also isn't fully accurate at all, especially when it cuts that close. But that looked out to me. Serve from Novak here. Out wide, forehand chip. Backhand Novak cross court. Backhand Musetti gets it, lob. Smash, Novak back to the backhand Musetti, volley. Musetti's so quick, dude. Very fast. Wow, what a point from Musetti already. Very fresh early on. Novak's going to have to be on his game today. I absolutely tell you. Novak's going to have to be on it. I have no doubt. Serve Djokovic, forehand slice Musetti. Forehand Djokovic, that's in the net. For anybody just joining in, by the way, to either stream, I am doing a double header, so I am calling both the Tomas Martin Etcheverry match and the Casper Ruud match, as well as the Djokovic and Musetti match. And I know for some folks, they aren't as interested in the Ruud Etcheverry match, probably. So, but that's kind of what ended up happening because I really enjoyed doing double headers, and the Ruud Etcheverry match got pushed back, and I am personally very interested in this match as well. So that's kind of what we're doing. I do think probably more of the focus will end up being on Djokovic Musetti, but I also want to give a lot of focus to the Ruud match as well as it's happening and make this a double header and give focus to both as we do this. But yeah, doing a double header, calling both matches. Wow, Musetti gets the break over Djokovic. Apologies, I missed that last point, but Musetti 2-1 over Novak. That point where he found a miraculous way back into the point, had that sprint to the drop shot up at the net. First returned that overhead with his backhand, and then the sprint at the net for a passing shot might end up being crucial. Novak coming up against a much younger opponent who is going to be very physically fit and fresh and ready for this one. So there's no doubt that Musetti's going to be ready for it. By the way, give me my prediction. Give me your predictions. Give me your predictions for the Djokovic Musetti match. I have Novak in 4 sets. I've got Novak in 4. Novak did win their last meeting in Monte Carlo this year. Last year in Monte Carlo, Musetti won 4-6, 7-5, 6-4. Djokovic won their first 3 meetings handily on hard courts both the times that they played. That was following the heartbreaker that Musetti had at Roland Garros. They played in Paris Masters and also Dubai. Djokovic lost 9 games total in those 2 matches. Very easy. And Roland Garros match last 3 years ago, very infamous. Musetti won the first 2 sets in tiebreakers. Then it was 6-1, 6-0, 4-0, losing just 1 game, Djokovic, in the last 3 sets before getting the deal done. So Ruud still trying to break Etcheverry here at deuce at 5-4. Serve Etcheverry at the forehand of Casper, forehand of Etcheverry, down the line. Backhand of Ruud, backhand of Etcheverry, down the line. Ruud, that's so good from Casper, so he gets to advantage. Casper trying to finish off Etcheverry. It wasn't easy that first set again in Barcelona, but it was crucial. We'll see if the first set acts the same way here. Meanwhile, Musetti is trying to do his own thing on Philippe Chatrier. Forehand of Djokovic, the backhand slice of Musetti, forehand of Novak. Backhand of Musetti, forehand of Novak again. Forehand of Musetti, forehand of Novak. Forehand of Musetti, backhand Musetti, backhand Djokovic. Musetti can't get there. Musetti cannot get there. Great drop shot there. Very, very good. Also gutsy after that point that Musetti played, by the way, earlier. Ruud, by the way, does grab the opening set 6-4. Etcheverry shakes his head. Because he's played 3 close sets against Casper in the last month or so, and he hasn't been able to win any of them here and then also in Barcelona. Honestly, though, Etcheverry did a good job of even staying that close in the set because Ruud was winning that set for most of it. I mean, he was so anyway, Ruud deserved that set, but let's see how Etcheverry shows up in the next few. My predictions for both matches, by the way, I have Djokovic in 4 sets over Musetti. I've got Ruud in 3 sets, although I did predict that 2 of the sets would be very, very close. At least 2 of the sets would be very, very close in the Ruud Etcheverry match. I do think the Djokovic-Musetti match will outlast the Ruud match. For sure. I think there will be quite a bit of this match that will be past the Ruud match. That's my prediction, but let's see. Serve Musetti. The forehand of Novak, forehand Musetti, inside out, backhand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti, forehand Djokovic, sliced. Forehand of Musetti. That stays in somehow. I thought it was going out. So Novak. A lot of topspin on that forehand stayed in. 15-40. All eyes on this Musetti-Djokovic match. Big moment here for Musetti to try to save 3 break points early. If he can save these 3 break points, then I feel like Musetti, very, very good chance at least to take the first set. That's my feelings. So if you're a Novak fan, you want him to convert here early. Also, it'll be a lot of positive energy for Novak, which I won't say often, but I think Novak might need right now. Second serve for Musetti, trying to cook up some revenge from 3 years ago. Backhand Musetti, big to the backhand Djokovic, 2-hander versus the 1-hander. 2 hands from Djokovic. Actually, it's a slice there. Now it's a 2 hands. Backhand Musetti. Forehand Djokovic, backhand Musetti, cross court, the backhand Novak. Backhand Musetti, cross court again to the backhand Novak. That backhand's looking great for Musetti, though. Holding up. Oh, he gets to a drop shot. That misses. Good eye from Novak. It's good he left it because that was going well wide. Djokovic back in business. The Serb. Back in business. 2-2. Ruud at 15-love in the second set. 54 minutes into his match. Still serving near the tram lines. Keep an eye on that one, but the Djokovic-Musetti match will stay on for the moment, for the most part. And they covering both matches. Yeah, I'm trying to do both. Hey, what's up, Zero? What's up, Joe Gann as well? Novak and 4-2. All right, nice. Hey, what's up, Goto Vusa? Hope they're paying you double. We are. This is tough. This is tough. But I'm trying. It's going to be hard for me to keep up with chat, but hey, chat, I see you. And thank you for joining in. I really do appreciate it whenever y'all join in because it's fun. Fun to do tennis streaming. 30-15 for Ruud. But it will be hard for me to talk to chat a lot during this. Also, speaking of, I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. It's a fantastic backhand from Djokovic, by the way, nearly around the net. Backhand Musetti, backhand Djokovic, that's in the net. Djokovic out the line to serve. See if he can maintain this break. Backhand slice Musetti. Forehand of Djokovic. Backhand Musetti. Cross court. Backhand Djokovic sliced. Drop shot. Oh, pass. Very smart. If you go for a lob, Musetti's going to get it. He's going to hit a tweener winner. It's going to end up all over Twitter, all over Instagram, all over, shot of the day. Just go for the passing shot. You don't have to do all this. Smart. Smart from Novak. Avoiding the Musetti shot of the day. There you go. You have to think ahead. You don't want to give Musetti a shot of the day. Just hit the winner. 30-15 for Djokovic. No shots of the day for Musetti. That's got to be the strategy here. Forehand behind Musetti, and it's a very tough shot. The thing about Djokovic, this guy's a machine. He literally has targets that are so small on the court. He has the skills to be able to hit there and the work ethic to just perfect everything to get to that point. Ruud, by the way, 1-0 up in his set, but we're going to focus on Djokovic for now. 40-15. Forehand Musetti, backhand of Djokovic. Forehand Musetti, missed it. 3-2 for Novak. Shan't you forget who's on the court? It's Novak Djokovic at a Grand Slam. This guy hasn't lost before. This guy hasn't lost. Can you believe it? Djokovic has not lost. Almost true. Djokovic has not lost before the semifinals of a major since Rafa here 2 years ago at Roland Garros. That's crazy. Before that, it was his default against Carreno Busta. If you don't count that, you have to go all the way back to the decade before this, which is the 2010s. Wawrinka at U.S. Open, he retired in that match. If you don't even want to include that, 2018 Roland Garros versus Marco Cecchinato. Djokovic isn't human. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to start a conspiracy because that is impossible. Is what that is. Etcheverry served the backhand of Ruud, forehand of Etcheverry. The backhand of Ruud, backhand of Etcheverry is a drop shot that goes in. Good shot. Anybody just joining in, I am doing both Etcheverry Ruud and Djokovic Musetti. Give a little bit of focus again here to the Etcheverry Ruud match, although they are just starting off their second set. Serve Etcheverry down the tee, backhand slice of Ruud, forehand of Etcheverry slice. The backhand of Ruud's a lob. Etcheverry tweener. Ooh, missed it. 30-15. Serve here from Lorenzo Musetti. Out wide, forehand of Novak. This is fun, I'm not going to lie. Backhand down the middle, the forehand of Musetti, forehand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti, backhand Djokovic. Backhand of Musetti, backhand Novak again, cross court. What an angle. Backhand slice Musetti is also fantastic. That's even better from Novak. Is that in? Forehand cross court, lob from Musetti is fantastic rally. Forehand cross court. Forehand Musetti down the line, backhand Djokovic. Backhand slice Musetti. It's a drop shot. I mean, what a fantastic, what a gem of a point there. What an absolute gem of a point. 15 love. Who said clay tennis isn't fun, you know? Who said clay tennis isn't fun? Bring them to me. Clay tennis is... Roland Garros, just the absolute epitome of the best of clay tennis. 15 love here for Musetti. Kick serve, backhand Novak. The backhand of Musetti, backhand Novak again down the line, forehand of Musetti. The backhand of Djokovic, forehand Musetti now. Inside out, backhand Djokovic, backhand Musetti sliced. The backhand of Djokovic, that goes out. So 30 love for Musetti, and back to Etcheverry versus Ruud. See if Etcheverry can hold here at 40-30. Glad they're showing a replay because I need it. I am also watching a different match. Backhand down the line from Ruud. Very good winner there. First serve goes long. Second serve from Etcheverry. Forehand Ruud. One game apiece here. Should be Novak in straights. Maybe. I don't know. I give Musetti a set. I've seen a lot of people going for Musetti upset. I don't think that'll be the case, but I do think Musetti could get a set. Let's see though. I like the confidence though behind Nole, honestly. I'm sure that's what Novak is thinking. Well, maybe, I don't know. Sure he'd be very happy not to drop a set. Back and cross court goes big. He goes out. Just kind of going for a Hail Mary down love 40. 3-3. Will Anthony survive the doubleheader? Question of the hour. Trying to follow both. $15 love for Ruud. Here. Casper complained to the umpire about something, by the way. Maybe something about the balls. Let me try to listen in here. Not sure what Casper said, to be honest. All right, forehand of Etcheverry to the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand, or first mess up of it's called Musetti Etcheverry. That's not the same guy. All right, that's a net court from Djokovic, and that is Djokovic's point, 15-all. Serve of Ruud to the backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand of Ruud. The backhand of Etcheverry. That goes out from Ruud. Backhand winner from Djokovic. Absolutely ruthless. Sorry for the echo. That's coming from my end. Let me try to fix that. Yeah, hopefully it's better now. Okay, cool. All right, 2 break points here for Etcheverry. So I'm going to focus a little bit on this Ruud match. That's in the net from Etcheverry off the forehand return. So these are the moments where Tomas has to step up a little bit. Backhand from Musetti is a great return. Lied about focusing on Etcheverry. Smash, backhand to Djokovic. Smash Musetti, put away. 30-all, so maybe have a chance on the Djokovic serve. All right, another break point here for Tomas. Forehand of Etcheverry to the forehand of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry, back to the backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Casper. Backhand of backhand. That's in the net. So, dudes, this is fun. I like doing a doubleheader. This is the most chaotic one I've had. If I told you the way I'm trying to do this from my end, it would be kind of crazy. But usually I do it on my PC, which has a double monitor, which makes it easy to watch matches. But anyway, I'm currently watching both matches split screen on the same laptop computer, and then I have my PC so I can see chat and what you guys are saying. So hopefully that works out fine. I do think that's why the computer crashed out at first, but I think it should be better now with everything. Backhand of Etcheverry to the backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. The forehand of Ruud. Forehand of Ruud. That hits the tape, goes back in his side. So that's a point there for Etcheverry. Gets to advantage. Lob from Musetti. Smash from Djokovic. Back into Musetti. Down the line. What a shot. Forehand Djokovic. Djokovic's athleticism at 37 as well is just marvelous. Musetti gets that. I mean, what points they're having. Good stuff already. This is some of the. I mean, listen, for Djokovic, Musetti couldn't have asked for much of a higher level in these rallies to start off the match. Novak looks flustered. He's like, man, this kid is not the same kid I played 3 years ago. Forehand Etcheverry, down break point. Ruud in the net. Tomas strikes. Casper needs to climb back here. Casper needs to climb back here. I have Casper's match and Novak's match streaming side by side on my screen. Hell yeah, Zara. Hell yeah, Zara. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, serve here from Djokovic. Down the tee, back in Musetti. The forehand of Djokovic, back in Musetti, cross court. That's in the net. Advantage to Djokovic. Casper's game doesn't seem convincing at the moment. Yeah. I don't know. It's not great. It's very up and down in that first set. And he let go of a lead very easily early on. That's a smash from Djokovic put away. 4-3. All right. Change over on both matches. I'll be right back in one moment. All right, here we go. Etcheverry with the drop shot. Hits the tape, goes back in the side. So it is love 15. Etcheverry, by the way, one of the guys I thought had a very good chance of winning a title this year. His first title. He hasn't won a title. 2 finals before the year started. He had another one in Lyon last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago against Impechi Pericard. Back in slice Musetti. Forehand Joker. I mean, what a level from Musetti to start off here. Backhand Musetti. That backhand's looking strong, which he needs right now. Forehand, that's in the net. Love it. Love it. Love it. You love Musetti. Forehand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti down the line. Djokovic still got to jumping smash a la Gilman Feast. A la Pete Sampras. Probably, I should have said Pete Sampras first. It's a great smash from Musetti. 30 love. Forehand cross court. Forehand of Ruud. The forehand of Etcheverry. Down the line. Back into Ruud. Back into Etcheverry, back into Ruud. Goes cross court, back into backhand. Forehand, down the line, forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud down the line. Great point from Casper there to win it. I just think Casper, if he shows up to the level he should be playing right now, he should have this match won. That's my feelings at the moment. So whenever he gets back to that line, he should be playing at, he should be up on the scoreboard. 30 love here, Musetti, back into Djokovic. The back into Musetti down the line. Forehand of Novak. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of forehand. That's a big forehand from Djokovic. 15-30 for Etcheverry, who always idolized Djokovic as well. There's a big story about that. Forehand of Etcheverry, backhand, that's in the ground from Ruud. So 30 all. 30 all. Courts Philippe Chatrier and Suzanne Lenglen. A lot of rain today, so not a whole lot of matches getting in, but it's good that these two can get in with the now roofs on 2 courts. I mean, Djokovic checking the mark here, but it is out from Musetti's serve. Still 30-15. This is a very compelling Musetti-Djokovic match at the moment, to be honest. It's in the net. 30 all. But if he just blinks once, Novak is right there to take it. We've seen that for 20 years. Maybe closer to like 13, but you know what I mean. It's been a while. We've seen Novak just taking any opportunity to take advantage. Forehand of Ruud to forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud, inside out. That goes out. 3-1 for Etcheverry. Very poor from Casper. I don't know what Casper's doing, honestly. He should not be in this position. He shouldn't have put himself in the position he did in the first set. He should have won that like 6-2, in my opinion. Maybe 6-3. I mean, good stuff from Etcheverry as well, but Ruud should be playing better than this. Ruud should be playing way better than this. Way better. Serve from Musetti. Out wide, back in Novak. Forehand Musetti. Djokovic gets it with an incredible squash shot. That's too good for Musetti, though. Look at this level. I in my mind, I'll tell you a thought I had before this match started yesterday. I was just random thought. Great drop shot there from Casper. Random thought I had in my mind. I was like, if this match absolutely maximizes the potential it has, this could be like a great match. Like, not just a good match. Like, this could be a great match. I just had this thought in my head. I don't know why. I just kind of felt it. I don't think we're going to get it. But if this match absolutely maximizes its best with how it went 5 sets the other time, and Musetti now a much better player than he was, Novak where he is now, the level could be much more closer. A GOAT taking on one of the young kids coming up. Musetti's surface by far the best is clay. He likes playing here at Roland Garros. I just feel like if we absolutely maximize the best we could get out of this match, this could be like, it has the potential to be a great match. We'll see if we get it, but it's definitely, the signs are there so far that if we go 5 sets and it keeps this level, then it is a great match. Forehand Musetti, cross scores a great angle, a lot of good pace on it too. Musetti just in the net off the forehand. He needs that shot to be working if he wants to really give himself a chance. Another chance here for Etcheverry for some reason. 15-30. I don't know why Casper is playing around. Forehand, nearly a great pass from Etcheverry, but misses wide. Backhand slice. That's in the net from Musetti. 40 love for Djokovic. $30 here for Ruud on his court. While Djokovic seems like he's about to go up 5-4. Focus on the Ruud court for a second. Serve out wide. Forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. That goes in the net. 30-40 because Casper is just missing all over the place, and it's just not like himself at all. Musetti's so quick, but Djokovic easy for it. Oh, it goes right at Musetti. No apology either. There's no apology, but Djokovic kind of went right at him, which is a fair shot, but you would expect him to put his hand up. Didn't hit him or get anywhere close, so I don't know. No, I'm not trying to instigate drama here, but I did think Novak would be quick to apologize there. Anyway, it is 5-4 for Djokovic. I don't think Musetti cared or really saw or noticed anything anyway. Novak clearly frustrated talking to his camp, by the way, on the changeover. Backhand of Etcheverry. The forehand of Ruud. Forehand of Ruud trying to save this break point to not go down a double break. Come on. Forehand chip. Forehand of Ruud. Backhand Etcheverry pulls the trigger down the line, but the gun is out of ammo. Misses. We are doing both matches, by the way. Don't know if I'm the only person on YouTube doing both, but I don't think there are a lot of people doing both. So happy to take up that slot. Happy to be the guy doing both. Serve here from Ruud. Into the backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand of Ruud. Cross court, the backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand of Ruud. Down the line. Forehand of Etcheverry. The backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Down the line. Misses. Advantage to Casper. Musetti Djokovic not playing at the moment, by the way. They're just now coming back to the line. Musetti about to serve. Musetti slice. Djokovic misses a slice. 15-love. Casper serve. It's a kick serve. Back forehand of Etcheverry. The backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Cross court to the backhand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand. Casper redirects down the line. Casper's there for a pass. Forehand volley. Oh, Ruud leaves it, but I have no idea why he did. It was going well in. Shows where his mind's at. Something's off. Something's off. There's no confidence. Casper needs confidence. Like the worst hashtag ever. Hashtag Casper needs confidence. Casper needs confidence in his game, or else it's just not going to work, is it? And we saw that last year. All last year we were seeing that, him losing tight matches. He needs to have the confidence to be able to build out the points and then pull the trigger when necessary. Right now he's missing, or he's just hitting the wrong shots. By the way, Djokovic getting 79% of his first serves in. Musetti just 57%. That's a big stat in the Novak match. Serve here from Musetti. Ruud just playing absolutely awful. Ruud is just playing abysmally bad, to be honest. Backhand Novak. That misses wide. Just abysmal from Casper. I mean, I don't want to be negative on a player, but I just want Casper to be doing better than this right now. Break point here for Etcheverry. 10 unforced errors for Djokovic, 9 for Musetti on their court. Forehand of Ruud to the backhand of Etcheverry. 40-love for Musetti on their court. And it goes to 5-5. Musetti with a good serve. Djokovic misses the forehand. Forehand Ruud to the forehand chip of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud down the line. Backhand Etcheverry. That's in the net. Casper saves another. Good for Casper. Good stuff from Casper. Hey, what's up, Mike? Good evening. And everyone from Denmark listening and liking. Yeah, please, guys, don't forget to like. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new. For every person who subscribes, I lose my mind a little bit less doing this doubleheader. I lose my mind a little bit less for everybody who subscribes. Forehand of Djokovic down the tee. It's 5-5. This is a big first set for both, I think, actually. I kind of think this is big for both. If Novak wins this first set, then he'll have a lot of confidence moving forward. We saw the same thing against Carballes Baena. And he's somebody I think Novak needs a little bit of confidence, to be honest, at the moment. I mean, he dominated for a long time, for like 13 years. But listen, that whole time he was confident. That whole time. This is the first time we've really seen him without confidence. I think Novak needs a little bit of confidence. And he might be lacking it a tiny bit, although, I mean, he's got 24 slams, so he's probably pretty confident. But for his game right now, I just don't know if he's that confident. And lost my train of thought, but that's all right. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud. It's a drop shot. That's in the net. I mean, I haven't seen Ruud play this badly all year. I mean, that's all I got to say. 4-1 for Etcheverry. Etcheverry doing enough, but Ruud is just completely off it in this set. And he wasn't great in the first set either, to be perfectly honest. All right, serve here from Djokovic at 30 love. 47 minutes played. First serve in the net from Djokovic. Long rally here. Musetti with a backhand slice. The forehand drop shot of Novak. Musetti nearly gets there, but in the net. 40 love. 40 love. This could go to a tiebreaker. Could go to a tiebreak. I haven't been interacting with you guys very much, but if this goes to a tiebreak, I will do the thing we usually do, which is just guessing the tiebreaker score and who wins it, and whoever gets it, good job. That's what we usually do. Forehand Djokovic, backhand Musetti is a lob. Forehand smash, or it's a smash from Novak. It's not really a forehand smash. Put away. 6-5. Is that technically a forehand smash? Because if you do it off the backhand, so you do it called a backhand smash. I haven't really heard that term very often, though. Just say overhead or a smash. I guess it's technically a forehand smash. $40 love here for Etcheverry. Wow. Great service game from Etcheverry, though. I mean, this was always going to be a tough match. Listen, if both of these are 5-setters, dude. All right, 5-1 for Etcheverry. Serve from Musetti. Last 10 points, Etcheverry 8, Ruud 2. Musetti with the serve. Backhand of Musetti down the line. Forehand of Djokovic sliced. Forehand of Musetti down the line. Backhand Novak. Forehand of Musetti inside out. Backhand Novak again. Up high. A drop shot Musetti. Oh, I missed it. That was a very awkward shot there from Musetti. That kind of makes, I don't know. All right, let's see. Left 15. Good volley from Ruud. One of his best shots in a while. At least get the hold here before we go into the third set. Get some momentum, some, you know, get something going. Get the wheels turning. Right now, it just feels like we're just stuck. Just Ruud is not doing much of anything. Forehand to Djokovic, forehand to Musetti, inside out, backhand Djokovic. Forehand Novak again to the forehand to Musetti. Forehand now Novak. It's a lob up high. It's going to be one of the longer rallies here. It's a big one, though. Drop shot. Musetti's there. Goes cross court. Oh, it just feels like Musetti's tight here. Musetti is tight here because those, I felt it on the drop shot, and it just felt like that was not even a shot he would usually go for. You know what I mean? It just felt like he was desperate because he was at such an angle hitting that drop shot the way he hit it. It's like there's no way it was going to go in. Or if it goes in, it's like almost a miracle it went in. Like it would just catch the sideline. It felt really weird. It felt like he went for too much there too. It feels nervous. It feels like maybe a lack of confidence, the fact that he can finish off Novak. It feels like he has to go for too much or something that he can't even do. Let's see. Smash Musetti. Forehand of Djokovic. Forehand Musetti. That's again a weird shot with a slice. An even weirder shot from Novak. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Novak slipped over his shoes or something. Not sure. 15-30. I think Musetti is tight. I don't know what happened with Novak. Novak is weird, man. Sometimes he just gets into this like physical, weird kind of thing. Physical, mental kind of thing where I don't know. Etcheverry backhand, forehand of Ruud, backhand of Etcheverry, forehand of Ruud, forehand of Etcheverry, cross court, forehand of Ruud, forehand of Etcheverry, backhand slice of Ruud, backhand to backhand. Go over this. That's a big forehand from Etcheverry. Gets a set point. Set point for Etcheverry. Forehand Musetti. The backhand of Djokovic. What a set of tennis this has been. Really, really good. Really good. That goes out for Musetti, but it's Musetti blinking. And what I say, Musetti blinks, Djokovic will take his opportunities. I think Djokovic played well, though. I mean, tell me if you disagree, but I think Novak's played a really good set, too. I think it's been a good set from both. I'll look at the stats afterwards. I'll try to find some of the stats if I can, but I think it's been a good set from both. Backhand, Etcheverry goes for a pass, but not good enough. Set point on both courts. Well, set point just saved by Ruud. Now it's 2 set points for Novak. Musetti trying to save those. First serve is a let. Forehand of Djokovic, forehand of Musetti, backhand Novak. Backhand of Musetti, forehand of Novak, lob. The forehand of Musetti, backhand Djokovic. Backhand slice of Musetti, backhand Novak. Forehand's a drop shot. Slice. Musetti lob. Oh, Novak gets it. No way. Backhand Novak, cross court, the backhand of Musetti. How did he do that? Backhand slice. Backhand to Djokovic. Backhand Musetti goes down the line, but it misses. Oh, Djokovic is hunched over. Djokovic looks completely physically spent. That was one of the best set points I've ever seen in my life. And that shot was one of the most impressive shots I've ever seen Djokovic hit. How did Novak do that? It's a fantastic lob. Wow, Novak hunched over here. Is Novak asking for an... Novak might be having an MTO, or I don't know what's happening. Novak walking off the court. Novak doesn't look great physically somehow. Yeah, he looked the same after he hit that bad drop shot earlier in that game. Forehand, Ruud, Etcheverry, great scramble and a slice. Tomas, Martin Etcheverry. I know I've been negative on Ruud, but time for some positives on Etcheverry because he's a fantastic clay quarter. And he's at set point here to breadstick Casper. Breadstick and Casper in 2024 should be a different thing from 2023. I know Ruud has not played a great set, though. Etcheverry with a no look there as well. Okay, here's the shot. This was the most ridiculous shot Djokovic just hit. That is the most ridiculous shot that Novak just hit. Federer-esque, dare I say. It was crazy. The backhand smash kind of shot. It was crazy. Set point for Etcheverry. Ruud backhand hits the tape. Back on his side. We're going at least 4 sets in Ruud Etcheverry. Incredible drop shots by Novak. Yeah. All right. There's a bit of a break. Both matches just finished, so I'm going to take a much needed break for myself. I'll be back. All right. Hey guys, back for this one. Djokovic is still off the court in the Musetti match. Ruud starting off the third set strong. Some huge forehands. absolutely massive hitting, even off the back end. Great stuff from Casper there. Musetti just kind of sitting and waiting, by the way, for Djokovic to return, which isn't always the best thing to do. Sometimes you want to keep moving around, keep for obvious reasons, and also just, kind of rhythm sake above anything else. Djokovic back on the court, it looks like. Man, I love Roland Garros, man. Just seeing the shot that they just had of the stadium. RG and Wimbledon, I'm sorry. If RG and Wimbledon aren't your top two favorite events, then we are not the same. RG and Wimbledon are by far my two favorite events of the year in tennis, personally. Although maybe when I go to the U.S. Open in person, I might change my mind, But it's got to be the slams, and those two are they're different, man. Oh, Etcheverry butchers the smash. Easiest overhead you'll see all day. Well, not really, but it was easy. And Etcheverry completely butchered it. So 1-0 for Casper. Djokovic back at the line, ready for this third set. This could age poorly, but I will predict that Ruud from this point on plays a much stronger level of tennis and wins these next two sets. Not easily necessarily, but I don't think he'll be as tested as he was in the first two sets, or at least maybe equal to the first set, but there won't be another set like the second one. I think Ruud from this point on kind of carries on the momentum for the most part. Let's see. It was a very strong start to that first game. It felt very different from what we saw in the second set. The intensity went way up. Forehand big, another winner from Casper. Casper is weird like that. Sometimes he plays very poorly and then he just starts playing awesome. So it's very hard to know what you're going to get from him, to be honest. Back into Djokovic, the back into Musetti down the line. Wow, what a point that Etcheverry and Ruud are having. Oh, Ruud between the legs. No way, dude. Etcheverry on the ground and Ruud between the legs, man. Wow. Ruud apologizes, but what a point. They were exchanging like 5 volleys to each other at the net. That was one of the first points I decided to give my voice a break a little bit, not do play-by-play, but it ended up being one of the best points. The Ruud shot barely at the baseline. Then he had a jumping drop shot. Etcheverry got under it. Ruud should have done better with the first volley. Etcheverry did great with the half volley, and then Ruud just listen. This is what I'm talking about. This is why this guy's talent is so supremely talented. Nobody talks about it. But I mean, listen. Djokovic still just not looking great, by the way. If Musetti needs to make this match as physical as possible, and I'm saying the obvious, but sometimes you have to say the obvious. Musetti, point blank period, needs to make this match as physical as possible. First set was already pretty good for that. Casper is highly irritated by the weight clay adds to the balls. Okay, interesting. Great point. That's so exciting. Yeah. Would be surprised if Musetti takes a set now. LOL. I don't know. I'm gonna say Musetti does take a set, but let's see. If it's anything like Carballo's Baena match, then he won't. But I don't know. Novak is looking a little bit weird to me physically. Musetti might take this set. If he goes down 2-0, I don't really know if he's gonna. Maybe too many. I don't know. I could see Musetti taking this set, to be honest, and then maybe Djokovic runs away with it. We'll see. Forehand of Djokovic, the forehand of Musetti, forehand of Djokovic, the forehand of Musetti. That goes out from Musetti, so 15-all. Keep an eye on this Ruud Etcheverry court because it feels like Ruud might be trying to push for a double break here to get off to a really quick start in this third. By the way, winners of both matches, they will play. Ruud will play the winner of the Fritz Kakanakis match. What's the score there? Wow, that went 5 sets. Fritz what a time to look it up. Fritz at triple match point now. I haven't been really looking at the scores very much. I saw Kakanakis win the third, and was up big in the fourth. But yeah, Fritz in 5 sets there. So we'll see. And the winner of this one takes on Francisco Cerundolo, which is not going to be an easy match at all, I don't think, to be honest. Djokovic at 15-30. Faison, maybe you're on something. Maybe you're on to something. If Novak looks physically spent, if he's got the crowd against him, if Novak is being challenged at the moment, and if you have concerns over Novak, you just know for a 100% fact he's going to win. Great drop shot from Musetti, 30-all. Let's go, Lorenzo. Let's go, Lorenzo. Want to see a contest here. Great passing shot from Ruud there. Great combination with the drop shot. I mean, that tweener, that was like the sideways tweener that Alcaraz tried to hit against Sebi Korda. But this time, Ruud actually got the winner there. That was funny. Bastien, I don't know how to say his name properly, but Bastien Fachan or Fachan, Bastien Fachan, he, on Twitter, he posted the Alcaraz Korda point to Challengers music. And it was very funny because it wasn't just the point from bird's eye view. It was a point, not even from court level. It was from like the net, shaking net cam. And it looked just like the Challengers movie. It was hilarious. I saw that like right after he posted. It was very funny. Challengers was a great movie. I enjoyed that one thoroughly. Serve here, Casper, and the backhand of Etcheverry goes out. 15-love for Ruud. Musetti does get the hold. That could have gone dangerous, so. But be surprised if Musetti gets a game. Jeez. Novak's physically spent. Call it. It's Novak's match. Novak barely lost a game 3 years ago after losing the first 2 sets. I didn't remember the score was that crazy. What a crazy scoreline. I should have remembered, but I mean, what a crazy score. 6 what was it? 6-7, 6-7, 6-1, 6-0, 4-0. To lose 2 close tiebreakers like that which means Musetti must have been was mentally so on it. And then to lose the next 3 sets, winning just 1 game is so crazy. Djokovic just picks it up after losing the first 2 sets always, especially in the last few years. Novak one time in his career was up 2-11, lost from that position. He's only done it once in his career. It was to Jürgen Melzer, 2010 Roland Garros. Etcheverry is not going to contest many line calls, so if he contests one, it means he really thinks something is out. It's 40 love for Ruud, though. Forehand Djokovic, backhand slice of Musetti. Forehand the net from Djokovic. 15-all. I still am going to predict Musetti takes this set. I'm just going to put my prediction out there. Musetti wins the second set. I will go against the grain. Forehand of Etcheverry, the forehand of Ruud. Forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud, down the line. Backhand of Etcheverry. The backhand of Ruud goes down the line and he misses it. 40-15. Ruud looking at his hand, by the way. Not sure what that's about. Thought maybe like a finger injury or something like that, but hopefully not. His dad, Christian, watching on the crowd, by the way, also used to be a very good pro tennis player. Christian Ruud. Serve here, Djokovic, backhand of Musetti, forehand Novak. Cross court, the forehand of Musetti, forehand down the line, backhand Musetti. Sliced, forehand of Djokovic, the forehand of Musetti. Forehand, Djokovic, backhand Musetti, hits over, it's in the net. Man, all the guys on the court at the moment are just such good athletes. Like, all 4 players are just such impressive athletes and such quick players. And they're all great on clay. I mean, we're watching 4 top-notch clay quarters. I mean, Djokovic, one of the best clay quarters to ever live. Djokovic is really one of the best of all time. Probably on all 3 surfaces. But I think he's super underrated on clay. I really think he's super underrated on clay. I think part of the reason why is that loss to Wawrinka in the 2015 Roland Garros final, among other things. But, I mean, Wawrinka that day was one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. It's like the ghost of Rafa. It's a horrible drop shot by Djokovic. Doesn't even reach the net. It's like the ghost of Rafa, who wasn't able to play that event, retired out of that tournament, if I remember correctly, to Granollers. It's like Rafa. No, actually, it was the year after. He lost to Novak. But it's like he summoned Wawrinka and just wasn't playing like Rafa. Was playing like Wawrinka with his super aggressive shots off both wings. But, I mean, Wawrinka played like Rafa level in that final. So I just think Novak, in general, is one of the best clay quarters to ever play. And his consistency on the surface is just amazing. He had to compete so much against Rafa, but he's just fantastic on the surface. Forehand misses long from Musetti. He had it wide open there. Remember that shot, honestly. From Lorenzo. Remember that shot. Bad miss. Two 2-1 for Djokovic. Remember that forehand. Musetti had the open court to at least get to break point. But it's 2-1 for Novak now. Does it speak to Musetti's mental side? I felt like Musetti in that final game, his level dipped big time of the first set, and maybe again there. Ruud striking that backhand. Well, but he misses it there. So forehand out from Ruud. 3-2. He's up in the third set. Musetti with a forehand inside out. Backhand of Novak. Forehand of Novak for a pass. Backhand half volley. It's in the net. Watch out for Joker. Watch out for Joker. Backhand of Musetti. The backhand of Novak. Forehand of Musetti. Backhand of Djokovic. Backhand Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Forehand Musetti again. Musetti very frustrated at the moment. Gets to love 30. Backhand Ruud. Etcheverry gets it. I mean, wow. Great speed. That's right on the baseline. Tough shot as well. Wow, one of the best rallies of the match. Forehand slice. The backhand of Etcheverry. I could have come to net. I could have come to net. Why is he faltering? Run to the net. Run to the net. It costs you nothing. Serve from Musetti. Forehand to Novak. Backhand slice Musetti. Backhand Novak. Backhand Musetti. The backhand Djokovic down the line. Forehand to Djokovic. The backhand of Musetti. Forehand Novak again. Backhand of Musetti. Cross court. Backhand to Djokovic. The backhand of Musetti. Cross court. Forehand Musetti is a drop shot. Djokovic runs. Redrop. Oh, it's so good from Djokovic. If you're a Djokovic fan, rejoice, because that was a great shot. The drop shots have been killer from Novak, honestly. Good stuff. Fritz won. Congratulations to him, Klayler Fritz. It was Klaydev last year. Now it's Klayler. Klayler. That'd be a horrific name. Imagine you name your son Klayler. Imagine you name your son Klayler or Klaydev, like as a real name. Klayler. What's his name? It's Klayler. It's my 2-year-old, Klayler. Is this your first doubleheader? No. I've done like 2 or 3, but nothing this crazy. I think all the other ones I've done have included best 2 out of 3. This is both best 3 out of 5. This one is the hardest one I've done and the most chaotic. Musetti puts the smash away. Djokovic, I mean, come on, look at Novak right now. He's not even putting on a poker face. Maybe he's trying to, could be mind games. I don't know. But the guy was just hunched over like crazy. I mean, I will say this also. Novak, if he is experiencing something physical, he's going to do everything he can to knock that issue and face it head on. He's not going to put anything, to build up in his system. If something's wrong, he's going to see what's wrong. So I'll say that as well. But, I mean, he's just hunched over entirely, huh? Forehand of Novak, the backhand of Musetti. I mean, what is Musetti thinking? Should he make this point physical, or will Novak just be able to take advantage? Drop shot. I mean, come on, dude. Get off the court, Djokovic. Get off the court, Djokovic. You've won 24 slams, 40 masters, been world number 1 for 689 weeks. You've beaten Nadal 30 times. You've beaten Roger 30 times. You've beaten Murray 30 times. Get off the court, Novak, with that drop shot after being hunched over. Get off the court, Novak. You're too good. Let the young guys breathe. Support the youth. Support the youth, Novak. Get off the court. Crazy good drop shot from Novak. Backhand of Etcheverry and the forehand of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry, forehand of Casper. Forehand of Casper, the backhand of Etcheverry again, cross court. I mean, we're going backhand to backhand cross court, but occasionally Casper is hitting a forehand because he's just so good at running around that backhand. He needs to be. It's in the net from Etcheverry. It's in the net from Etcheverry. 4-2 for Ruud in the third set. Idemo. Drop Shotovich. Love it. Drop Shotovich. That's even better. Yeah. Drop Shotovich is good. Yeah. That's a pass from Novak. That could have been going out. I'm not even going to lie. Musetti was right on top of the net. It was coming in at an angle, and Musetti was close to the sideline. It was probably going in, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was going out. Anyway, Musetti gave him no chance. Musetti felt like he had to the volley, but he was just in a very bad position in the court. He gave himself no chance there. All right, 30-15 here for Djokovic. Forehand of Novak, cross court. Forehand of Musetti, back cross court. What an angle. Forehand, Djokovic gets it. Musetti goes behind Novak. Let's go. The youth. Musetti pushing through. Musetti pushing through. 30 all. Forehand of Ruud. Did that make it? Or did it miss it? It's very close. It made it apparently on the line. Still a game point for Etcheverry. .40-30 on both courts. Game point for Djokovic. Game point for Etcheverry. Game point gone for Etcheverry. Double fault. Still a chance for Djokovic. Makes the serve. Backhand Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Inside out. Backhand slice of Lorenzo. Forehand Novak attacking that cross-court angle. Forehand Djokovic with the forehand. Backhand Musetti. Oh, goes big inside out. Federer-esque. Drop shot. Novak gets it. Slice. Forehand's a lob. Smash. Jumping. Musetti gets it. Oh, my God. Dude, that's the shot of the day. Djokovic just shakes his head. I mean, Musetti didn't even celebrate, but that was crazy. The fact that Musetti got that. And it's an important point too, gets the deuce. Djokovic again looking a little bit hunched over here. All right, let's see this again. Smash Novak. I mean, come on, dude. Musetti, that's some great athleticism, some great just fighting spirit. How the hell? That looks crazy on a slow-mo. This is why this guy is gets money for doing this. If you want to know why Musetti earns money making tennis, there's your answer. Because very few people can do what he just did. Some quick thinking as well. Drop shot Ruud. 5-2. What did I say about Ruud just picking up momentum and carrying it up to the end? I mean, Musetti, I told Djokovic to stray away from Musetti's shot of the day earlier on stream. I said, don't let Musetti have the shot of the day. Just hit the winner. Don't even give him a chance. Don't let him hit the shot of the day. But Musetti just hit the shot of the day. And it doesn't matter. Novak came back the next point, just crushed the winner. And it was not the shot of the day, but it cost the same amount as the shot that Musetti hit. Every point is worth the same. No matter how you win it. Unfortunately, I think it would be kind of fun if we have a version of tennis where if you hit a between the leg shot winner, you win 2 points. Be kind of stupid, but it'd be fun. But every point's worth the same. Forehand of Musetti and the backhand of Novak. All right, hey guys, I was just saying this as well on. I'm back for the Ruud versus Etcheverry stream. I just said this on the other stream as well, but I had some technical difficulties. I am back for this one now, and apologies for that. Ruud trying to win the set smash and brings it to deuce on that court. Let me get this Djokovic match back in as well. It's a big serve from Musetti, missed out. Backhand to the backhand rally. Forehand now Musetti. Again, exchanging backhands, but Musetti misses a backhand DTL down the line. Some Forzas in the Musetti camp, which is a word that everybody knows now in the tennis world, even if you do not speak Italian, because of Yannick Sinner and all of his fans. It's a double fall from Casper, trying to put away the third set. And it's almost an ace from Musetti. Misses it out. So second serve from Lorenzo. Second serve from Lorenzo. Kick back into Djokovic. That's in the net. Very excited to be in Grand Slam season with Roland Garros. Then we have Wimbledon. And then we got Olympics back at Roland Garros. We're doing Roland Garros, Wimbledon, Roland Garros for the first time ever. For the first time ever, we're doing Roland Garros, Wimbledon, Roland Garros. It's not at a Grand Slam level at the Olympics, but I mean, come on. It's the Olympics, so it's going to be fun. Backhand down the line from Etcheverry. Breakpoint for Etcheverry. I'm not saying that Grand Slams is equal to Olympics or Olympics is worse or better or whatever. I'm just saying it's the Olympics. It's going to be great. Casper serves and volleys. Volley. Yeah, Etcheverry runs, but there's no way. Ruud's volleys have been good tonight. I'll say that. A lot of the rest of his game leaves some to be desired, but his volleys have been very good. Backhand slice Musetti, the backhand of Novak, backhand that goes out from Novak. Love 15. Maybe a chance for Musetti here in this game. Maybe could be one of his last chances if he really wants to insert himself in this match. Ruud double faulting twice on set point. I mean, I'll say this. If Casper wants to get to the quarterfinals, he's going to have to put up a better performance against Taylor Fritz, in my opinion, than this. Because Fritz is kind of underrated on clay. I don't know what happened in the Kokkinakis match or whatever. I'm sure Tanasi played great. He's had some good results at Roland Garros in the past, but Tanasi. But I mean Fritz is tough. If Ruud plays like this, I think Fritz could be all over him. Ruud puts himself in a danger of losing for sure if he plays like this. Another set point coming though. That forehand from the ad side hitting down that ad side line inside in is still. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody hit it as good as Casper. Maybe Rafa probably. Okay, I've seen players hit it better. That's a lie, but he does it so often that it's almost amazing. It's like Alcaraz with the drop shot. Who has a better drop shot, Federer or Alcaraz? I don't know, but Alcaraz just does it so often. Casper wins the third set with a backhand in the net from Etcheverry. 2-1 for Casper Ruud. 15-30 for Musetti. Interesting things happening on both courts. Or honestly, on the Djokovic court. We'll see if Ruud can finish that one up in 4. Etcheverry will be disappointed, I think, that he I don't know. I feel like Ruud is playing below his best level. And I feel like Etcheverry is as well. The Musetti Djokovic match is very high level. The Ruud Etcheverry match I don't think is. And I'm high on both these players. I just don't think it is. So the Musetti Djokovic match has been more interesting. Drop shot, Musetti, slice, Djokovic, completely misreads the ball there. And very tough one, to be fair. 15-40, 2 break points for Musetti. Your eyes have been away from the screen. This might be the time to look back and see what's going on. This might be the moment to catch your attention and put it on the match. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you are a new person to the channel. If you are a new person, please check it out. We got so many live streams all the time. And a lot of great content, podcasts, videos. We got a great community here. And we're growing quick. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And share around the the channel and the podcast and streams. If you're a tennis count and you want to help the channel out, it'd be appreciated. Forehand slice, the forehand of Musetti down the line, backhand of Djokovic, the forehand of Musetti inside out, backhand Novak down the line, misses it. Musetti is back in business. He grits his teeth. Wasn't Musetti down to send a break in Monte Carlo? I only just appeared in my mind, but he was down to send a break in Monte Carlo. He was. Musetti was definitely down to send a break in Monte Carlo. I remember that. So he'll get confidence from that. He came back and won the match. Not this year, but last year. Okay, so to be fair, to be perfectly honest, the Ruud match is seeming less interesting. The Djokovic match is only gaining an interest. Ruud has got to hit another winner to gain my interest again. Ruud with a chance early on Etcheverry's serve to start off the 4th. Musetti here at 15-love with the drop shot. Lorenzo Musetti is the guy to look out for. Lorenzo Musetti is the guy to look out for here. Musetti lost to Alcaraz here last year. Who did he lose to in 2022, Roland Garros? He lost to Djokovic in 2021. Etcheverry, some big forehand hitting. Love that. That match might not be over. We'll see. Can't remember. Was Musetti seeded in 2022? Don't remember. No, I guess not. Okay, yeah, Musetti lost to Tsitsipas from up 2-0. Wow, the year after Tsitsipas reached the final, playing as amazing as he was. So basically, Musetti's opponents at Roland Garros, if you want an idea of how good of a player Musetti is at Roland Garros without being able to get any credit for it, Musetti's best result at the French Open is the 4th round twice. And it's because he was up 2-0 on Djokovic. He was up 2-0 on Tsitsipas, 2021, 2022. And then he lost to Alcaraz. So, and now it's Djokovic again. So, Musetti goes almost around the net for no reason. Better win this point. Pulling for Musetti in this point. All right, I'm going to look at some of the chat because I haven't been able to look at it very much during stream. Next streams, I'll look at chat more because it's not going to be as hectic as this. But let me check out what chat is saying. After this point in Djokovic Musetti. I believe did Casper break there or did Etcheverry hold? Kind of missed it. Forehand Djokovic, back into Musetti, lob. Yeah, Ruud broke, that's what I thought. Okay. Smash. Djokovic right on the baseline with that overhead. Backhand. Musetti with the pass, fantastic. It's in the net. Great athleticism from Musetti. It wasn't easy to get that low. And he kept his head in the game when Djokovic hit that overhead right on the baseline. 4-4, Musetti fully deserving of a place right back in this match. I said Musetti would take the second set. Let's see. It's already pretty long. First set, 63 minutes. Second set, 41 minutes. So it's over 5 minutes average per game in the set so far, which is pretty high. I mean, that includes changeovers, but whatever. Ruud's volleys have been great all match. Say whatever you want about Ruud's performance. His volleying has been up there. Very, very good. And Fritz, I mean, I don't know. Well, the Fritz Ruud match will be interesting. I do expect Ruud to pick up his level from today. What a lob from Musetti. What a lob from Musetti. Lobbing Djokovic is one of the better plays, just in general. And Musetti has a great lob. I'll tell you who else has a great lob is Casper Ruud. He has the best lob in the men's game at the moment, in my opinion. Now that maybe Andy Murray, but Murray is not really himself. Not his old self. But yeah, I mean, Murray still, but Djokovic has a great lob as well. But I think Casper Ruud has one of the best lobs in the men's game, and he is currently cruising in the 4th set. He looks like he's ready to pack this match up. Controlling the court with forehands. Backhand slice, bottom of the net from Etcheverry. 2-0 for Ruud. 2-0 for Ruud. All eyes on Djokovic. Because this is a big moment. Serve down the tee. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Back into Musetti to the forehand of Djokovic. Lob from Musetti. Great to even get that one back. But he doesn't, so. 15-all. Serve from Etcheverry is a let. Another serve coming here from Tomas. It's in the net. I mean, Tomas has a lot of good things going from him. I love Etcheverry's forehand, but Ruud has one of the best forehands in the men's game, period. So there's a lot of things that he does that I just feel like he does better. Musetti somehow, dude, Musetti is a next level talent. This is why this guy could be top 10 in the future, and you don't know his potential. That was has to give a wry smile. We've seen some great points. It hasn't been like on average like the best. Like it's not been like amazing point after amazing point, but we've had like 5 or 6 individual points in this match that have just been spectacular, and it's been good. It's been really good. I'm a fan of this match already, and I hope we get more of it because it's been great. If we actually get a tight contest here, third set, fourth set, this could be really fantastic. Slice back and volley. Djokovic puts it away. 30 all. Djokovic was killer at the net against Carbias Baena. So many players in tennis, by the way, with multiple surnames, multiple last names. Carbias Baena. Who's that guy the other day? The American Nicholas Albareno, or what's his name? Nicholas Albareno de something. Is that even close to what it is? Nicholas Moreno de Albaron. Okay. Too many, but it's okay. Backhand of Musetti, the forehand of Djokovic inside. Ah, it's going to be too good. 40-30. Novak with the killer blow. Novak with that killer blow. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I don't know if this has come off as extreme nonsense. But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Trying to cover both a little bit. Forehand of Casper to the backhand of Etcheverry. Backhand slice of Casper. Forehand of Etcheverry. He's at 15-30 here, so not so fast for Ruud. Backhand slice. Forehand of Etcheverry. Inside out. Backhand slice of Ruud's in the net. I mean, come on. Come on, dude. 15-40. Casper is disappointing me. Backhand into the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand of Musetti down the line. Forehand of Djokovic. Backhand slice of Musetti. The backhand of Djokovic. Drop shot. Backhand Musetti. Lob. It's going to be a tweener. And it should be. No, Musetti hits it. It's another shot. That's great. Lob. It's back in neutral. And Djokovic missed it. Dude, Lorenzo deserves this game. I mean, come on. The shots he's pulling off here are miraculous. What a match. I'm loving this one. Deuce. Under the lights in front of a big crowd. All of the lights. Great shot there. Lob went way up high, right where those lights were. And wow, what a shot. I mean, I said to myself, I don't usually say that. I was like, Musetti should hit a tweener there. It's maybe like a last resort option. Not always. The tweener isn't always the last resort option. But I was like, he should hit the tweener, and then he hits over. It's a fantastic lob, and Djokovic was not great with the smash. He missed it. Rude. I mean, some fantastic passing shots. Catches Etcheverry on the ground. But yeah, Ruud at 2-1. Backhand's in the net. Maybe Etcheverry going for a little bit too much because he probably should have just tried to get that in. He went for a big shot when he was way out of position. This Novak match is very long. We're only at 4-4 in the second set. If Musetti wins this set, we've got an absolute exhausting lung buster for Novak. Novak played some long ones last year that were straight sets. Remember ADF? 3 hours, 36 minutes. That's about the length of Alcaraz, Djokovic, and Cincinnati. Forehand swing volley. Djokovic right back to Musetti. Goes for a backhand. I don't mind that one as much as the first one. That one, I don't mind him hitting over it. He just missed it. He had a chance at it. Anyway, it is 5-4 for Djokovic. He's a game away from 2 sets to love. All right, I'll be right back in a moment, guys. All right, I'm back for this. Big moments in these matches. Thanks for everybody sticking through the streams. Ruud's still up a break, but 15-40 can only smile it off because he knows this is the worst match that he's played all year, Casper. I really think it is. Meanwhile, Musetti playing an absolutely fantastic performance, but he's still Djokovic 3 points away from the set still. I mean, come on, that's not a shot Musetti. That's not a shot that Djokovic usually misses. It's not a shot Djokovic usually misses. Musetti should have gone the other way, but Djokovic's not there at the back end, so Djokovic, I think, confused also. He's just looking at his racket, like, what are you doing, racket? But it's him hitting the shot, you know? Forehand to Djokovic, forehand Musetti, half volley, back in Djokovic, lob. That's too good. 30 all. Etcheverry does get the break back, by the way. And Musetti with, wow, a great service and a huge roar afterwards. So he gets a 40-30. Backhand to Musetti, the backhand to Djokovic. Musetti trying to hold for 5-5. Backhand Djokovic, backhand to Musetti. Forehand to Djokovic, backhand to Musetti, sliced. Forehand to Novak, backhand to Musetti, cross court, back to the backhand Novak, cross. Come back into backhand. To drop shots in the net. Musetti is at 5-5. I'll tell you what, the longer he makes each set go, Musetti, the better chance he has in this match. And Novak is the king of 5 sets. He's the king of outlasting his opponent. But I'll tell you what, this is the story of the Australian Open. It's the story of the Australian Open. Novak was getting tired out every match. To Popperin, to Prismic, to Taylor Fritz. You can put another one in there as well. He was getting tired out every match, and then he was tired. And Yannick played fantastic as well, and he deserves the full credit. But I just want to point out that was the story of the Australian Open. That was partly the story there. So, on Novak's end. So, he doesn't want these kind of matches, even if he finds his way through. We're definitely going to be over 2 hours by the first 2 sets ending. I mean, completely and utterly crucial for Musetti to take this set, but let's just see. People barely beat Novak from down 2 sets to love. They barely win when they're down 2 sets to love. They barely I can't find the right words to articulate what I'm trying to say. Players lose the match even when they're up 2 sets to love, like Sinner at Wimbledon and Musetti here 3 years ago. So when they're down 2 sets to love, like if Novak wins this set, then they're in real trouble. Because like I said earlier, that only one person ever has beaten Novak from down 2 sets to love. Smash Djokovic down the line. Musetti's there. Can you believe it? This crowd is loving every second. Novak almost kind of looks up at the crowd, but come on. Or I don't know. I don't know if that's what Novak was doing, but wow. Forehand slice of Ruud to the forehand of Etcheverry. Backhand slice of Ruud. The forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. Backhand of Etcheverry. Cross court to the backhand of Ruud. Down the line. Forehand of Etcheverry. Forehand of Ruud. What a rally. Gun corner to corner in the Ruud Etcheverry match. Very important point there. 2-2, 30 all. That goes out. So it is 30-40 for Ruud. They've been exchanging breaks. Well, Ruud should be up, really. Oh, dude. Musetti, get out of here. Musetti, get out. Get out of here with that. Only Musetti would have went for that. Maybe Dominic Thiem, Stanislaus Wawrinka. Maybe. I don't think so. Lorenzo Musetti is the new guy in town. He's going for that one. This is the best I've ever seen Musetti strike his backhand. This is the best I've ever seen Musetti strike his backhand. I think he deserves a set. The fight he's shown from down a break and then the shots he's been pulling off here, I feel like he deserves a set. Let's see what Djokovic does to counteract that. But Musetti's been playing awesome. Musetti is on something. Serve goes wide for Novak. Forehand of Novak with forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Novak down the line. Back into Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Back in Musetti again. Goes out. Oh, no. The chance he missed it, but he's got another one here at 30 all. Another chance to get a break. Crucial point. Forehand of Djokovic comes to net, backhand, forehand volley. No, dude. Musetti hit it right to Djokovic. Djokovic said, here's the test, kid. Djokovic said, here's the test, kid. Let's see if you pass. And he didn't. Djokovic kind of gave him a passing shot there. And Musetti kind of chokes, maybe. Went right back to Novak at the net. 40-30 for Djokovic. Still a chance for Musetti in this game. I mean, 40-30, I think often people think that's not as close as it is. It's basically add in, really. It's effectively add in. Backhand slice, forehand to Djokovic, inside out, backhand, that's in the bottom of the net. 6-5 Djokovic. Been a very long couple of sets, though. Let's see how Musetti does to hold. Ruud killer with the forehand now, and he did break, by the way. I forgot to mention that as well. Anybody just joining in, I am doing 2 matches. I am trying to cover the Ruud Etcheverry as much as I can, but a lot of the attention I know is going to the Djokovic one. But especially because that one's towards the end of their set and Ruud is not. But yeah. And Ruud hits over at the back of the Etcheverry. Lob, smash, Ruud put away. What he loves. Dude, I love We Will Rock You as a stadium banger. Queen is a legendary band, man. It was so funny. I was playing tennis in a new place. I hadn't played tennis before. This like kind of big tennis center. And I don't usually play singles like matches. I don't usually play matches to music. But they were playing music in the back that was very, very loud that I heard. And I love that. I love music as a soundtrack, get me hyped up. I was listening to music before I went on court, like in the car when I was listening to music, just trying to get hype myself up and think about what I want to do, my like strategy, my mental, like all of that, preparing myself. They had huge stadium songs like playing like right behind me. It was like these like a huge like speaker where I can hear the music, and it was surreal because right as we started the match, the song that was playing was "Eye of the Tiger," which I thought was really funny. I thought that was hilarious. It started right when my opponent started serving, and it felt surreal, like the start of "Eye of the Tiger." Like that is the ultimate hype yourself up song. Dude, it was awesome. I wish always they had music blasting when you're playing tennis. It was awesome for me. I loved it. And I won, which I was excited about. But I like playing to music. It was fun. Redrop from Novak, but he misses it. A couple of times I hit the drop shot and then he's just hunched over. But I think it's more about the fact that you need to run that distance to get there, Novak. But yeah, they were just playing We Will Rock You in the stadiums. Good song to play. As Etcheverry here with the serve at 15 love. 15 love Musetti. Big moments. Big moments here in the Musetti Djokovic match. Etcheverry defending hard. Forehand of Etcheverry. Inside out. Still fighting. But he has to slice into the net. Too many backhands in the net from Etcheverry. Forehand is a much stronger shot. Forehand lob. Musetti. Smash Novak. I can't believe he takes that out of the air. Such a high lob. Tricky to deal with. Backhand slice down line is fantastic. Musetti is... His squat shot is unbelievable, dude. Backhand Musetti... Dude, this is a great one. Oh, man. Musetti is lighting up the crowd, though. Dude, this is fire, man. I love this. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this match as much as I am. I mean, the Ruud Etcheverry match has not lived up to what I thought it was going to be, but so far. But the Djokovic match was fantastic. Dude, this is great. Musetti is hitting some shots that just make your head turn. This is awesome. Big serve down the tee. Forehand Musetti. Djokovic, I feel like he isn't moving that hard now. He didn't even run for that. Didn't even run for that one. Serve Musetti. Backhand of Novak down the line. Forehand to Musetti. Forehand to Djokovic down the line. Oh, how does Musetti get that? No, it's going back in the side. 40-30. 40-30. Backhand slice drop. The tape. Djokovic still gets it. Redrop. Forehand flick. The other way gets it. Djokovic misses it. Novak complained about something. I'm not sure what exactly, but 6-all. All right, guys. I will. All right, let me know in the chat if you're on the Novak Djokovic Lorenzo Musetti stream. Let me know in the chat who is winning this tiebreaker and what's going to be the score. If you got the score right, I'll shout you out in the chat. Are they doing a double stream? Yes. Yeah, sorry, guys. I haven't been able to look at the chat so much, but Ghost, Zara, Jamie, Max, and everybody in here. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining in. And listen, we got over 38 people on stream. Appreciate everybody joining in. Hell yeah. All right, let me know in the chat on Djokovic Musetti who's going to win with what score. Okay, I'm going to give my prediction, which I'm sure people are waiting for me to do. My prediction, I'm going to do by the way, Ruud serving for the match at 5-2. I missed that as well. But I'm going to say for Ruud, I'm going to give it to Musetti. I said Musetti's going to win the set, and I'm going to stick by it. I'm going to say Musetti. I'm going to say like a crazy one, though. Musetti 8-6. 8-6 Musetti. It's been a fantastic set of tennis. Hopefully it ends the same way. I'll say 8-6 Musetti. Confident with that. Confident. Forehand of Musetti at the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand slice Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Djokovic down the line. Backhand Musetti. Backhand to backhand. Backhand Musetti big to the backhand of Djokovic. Forehand of Musetti. Forehand of Novak. Backhand slice Musetti. Backhand slice Novak. Forehand Musetti. Forehand of Djokovic. Backhand slice. Long rally. This has got to be one of the longest of the whole match. Maybe the longest. Forehand cross court. Oh, good for Musetti. Tiring out Novak. Take his legs, then take his soul. Forehand on Novak nearly falling over. How many shots is that? 30 plus? 30 plus? How many shots was that? 30 plus? Come on, man. Come on, man. 1-0 Musetti. 24 shots. But each of them took a toll on Novak's legs. Took a toll on Novak's legs, bro. 1-0 for Musetti. Come on, bro. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Djokovic 7-2. 18-16 Musetti, dude. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's bold, Jamie. I love it. 8-6 Musetti, I agree. Okay, nice, Zara. 7-4 Djokovic, a lot of similar. Anthony similar to mine going 8-6. I didn't even see it. So, oh, yeah, it's going 8-6. That's funny. 18-6 and 8-6. Yeah. 7-4 Musetti. I know it's unlikely, but he needs to win the set and make enough competitive. Faison, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. He's played great, honestly. Forza. Forza Lorenzo. Forza Lorenzo. 2-0 Musetti. Well, now it's definitely not unlikely, I guess. All right, Ruud here with double match point. After this, it will just be the one stream. But it is Casper who gets the win. He played, I thought, probably the poorest level, maybe the poorest level I've seen all year, but it's okay because he gets through. Not to be negative on Casper, he, two tough matches against ADF and against Etcheverry. But I have to tell it like it is. I didn't think he played great, but he did enough at the end. And he'll take the positives that he's still in the tournament trying to defend his finals. And Ruud gets the win there. I appreciate everybody who joined in for the Ruud Etcheverry stream. I know it didn't get as much attention at all as the Djokovic stream, but thanks for everybody joining in there. Musetti with a drop shot winner as well. All right, let me Let me do this on the Musetti and the Ruud Etcheverry stream. So that's it for the Ruud Etcheverry match and stream. And I mean, it's the same for either stream, really.